guys, welcome. How are you? So excited to be here. Before we get started, I did want to send out my my prayers and my positive energy for those of you in the path of Hurricane Ida. As someone who lives in on the path of almost every hurricane from June through November, I empathize. So from my heart, I hope you are safe. I'm sending positive energy, lots of love and protection your way. Okay, this is a reading for the Divine Feminine Collective. Not zodiac sign specific, not date or time specific. I'm responding to the questions that come in most frequently. So keep those questions coming. And this one has come through a lot. Why is this so hard for my Divine Masculine? Right? My DM. Why is this so hard for them? So it is a question that kind of finds its way into comments frequently. It's a general question, so it wasn't based on a personal situation, and it seems to be kind of permeating the collective. So I thought I would answer the question with a reading. So let's not waste any time. I'm using Angel Wisdom Tarot as the oracle. I have pulled out all the major arcana, all the aces and the tens, and the court cards. So I'm leaving out 2 through 9 of the minors. I want to get I'm using it as an oracle is what I'm trying to say. So this is now shifting into the oracle. Here we go. I'm pulling 3 cards. We're going to look at the overall energy here for this reading is about transformation. That is essentially the tower. We're talking about changes that need to be made, right? Something that's no longer sustainable. It is often an unexpected revelation. It could be an unexpected setback. It is also about breaking free from procrastination and releasing old belief systems. So we have transformation here. I love that for you. And I'm going to pull a card here and a card here. Wow. So, dear Feminine, you are showing up in the energy of the Strength card. That's a card about Leo, but it is more than that, about the two that help each other. It is about gathering your strength, your courage, and your confidence to know that you can overcome any challenge or obstacle that's being presented to you. But here's what it's talking about: your personal power and your assertiveness. But portraying that with kindness. See how she's so sensitive and kind toward that majestic creature, let me say. It is about compassion that brings about forgiveness and realizing that you're stronger than you knew. So this is for you, Divine Feminine. Your Divine Masculine is showing up here with the Knight of Cups. I'll take it. I don't know about you. And it is about romance. It is about being a little bit more emotionally introspective. It is about falling in love, being swept off your feet. It can talk about a sudden love affair. Remember, the knights take action. But it can also reflect an imbalance in a love relationship and situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So this is the romance card. They're coming in romantic. Heart on their sleeve, cup of love in hand. I'm liking this for you. I think it's really good. I feel like there's something still here that doesn't fit. Part of the issue with the tower, it's not demonstrated in this deck, but in most decks you see the top, the turrets here, the crown blowing off the top. And it's usually a round crown trying to go onto a square tower. And that's a little message. Something here doesn't fit. It's not sustainable. Not built to last. And sometimes we have these experiences where we're trying to make it through a situation that isn't kind of, there's not a great foundation. And so I do feel as if on some level here, you're being called to assert yourself. You're stronger than you know you are, Feminine. As this romance comes in, yeah. Is there a lack of balance in the relationship though? And is that part of the lack of sustainability? So I love that we get that card. Okay. I know transformation is usually the death card. In this deck, it's not. So let's go ahead and look at what's going on with the Divine Masculine. I am asking a question here on behalf of the Divine Feminine Collective. Why is this so hard for my Divine Masculine? Why is this so hard for my divine masculine? Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. As the Anchor card, this is sort of telling you, again, it is about balance. Balance being needed here. And I feel like that's really coming through in a lot of the comments I see. Things are out of balance. One person giving way more than the other. All right, we've got Queen of Swords. Wow, Ace of Swords, Ten of Cups. Powerful. We have here Five of Cups, High Priestess, Knight of Cups. So, Divine Feminine, you're here on the top. I am looking at your energy as well. I do feel on some level you're kind of coming through with some measure of clarity, having some insight about the situation. You may have already gone through the question and answer phase in this connection. Queen of Swords, what's going on? Why is this so difficult for you? Right? I'm not asking for blood here. Queen of Swords, truth seeker, truth teller. And then the Ace of Swords, that aha moment and looking to the future here, Ten of Cups, all the love, the happiness, the joy. Your divine counterpart, however, your masculine in the past, right? There's something they're struggling with here, Five of Cups, very likely connected to something that happened in the past. Some regret they have, some mistake they made, some sense of loss or grief that they haven't yet resolved. Could be within your own connection. It can be totally unrelated to you. Here's where they are presently. High Priestess. They are going on intuition here. I like that the High Priestess is here though, because on some level it's talking about hidden feelings. There's something they may not be sharing. And as such, I look to the future and we get the doubling down of the Knight of Cups. So I'm definitely seeing this person, this masculine, wanting the love, wanting the romance, maybe not sharing that, not communicating it, operating on intuition for how they're going to move about the cabin. You know, it's almost as if this is a new outing for this person on an emotional level, in terms of romance, in terms of love, in terms of sharing feelings, which they may not be great about. And I feel like what's holding them back here is a past experience that kind of went sour. So they have regret about it. And it's difficult on that level for them to share, for them to give as well as they receive. Very possible that they gave before and they were left sitting alone looking at, you know, everything going down the drain. So that's what we've got for here for now. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify it. I almost feel like this transformation card and the Ace of Swords are giving me a similar energy. The transformation of the Tower, that moment when you realize, oh, I get it, right? There's a significant life experience here that requires a shift of perspective. And then we've got the Ace of Swords, and she almost looks like that beam of light coming off of her crown there, off the nautilus shell, is sort of suggesting sight, new sight, some measure of clarity about something that's being transformed, or information coming in that may transform the Divine Feminine's point of view. All right, so let's look at the Six of Pentacles first. Yeah. This is a new foray for your masculine. I feel like it's something that they're willing to work at. They're kind of new at this whole give and take reciprocity thing. I feel like this is someone who's been shut down for a while and is kind of walking around in the dark here, operating on intuition. Who can I trust? Who can I not trust? The Justice card coming out on top of that little Page of Pentacles. There's something that more that they need to learn. That's why they're sort of taking their first baby steps forward in this connection. And the Justice card requires truth and honesty, sure, but also balance. Both of these balance cards with the Page of Pentacles in the middle, they want balance as much as you do. The Justice card also is about integrating everything that they're learning, but they're at an earlier level of awareness, right? The Page is not, it's not the Queen, it's not the King, it's sort of the baby steps, the beginning steps. So their integration is probably at a less evolved level than yours right now, feminine, but they're willing to work at it. So they are sort of the apprentice in this situation, maybe not being as generous as you are with their time, energy, spirit, or resources, but they're trying, they're learning. I feel like they're open to it. Yeah, I'm going to stay with that right now. I've got some other things coming through, but I'll wait till I clarify other cards. So let's look at you here first, feminine, Queen of Swords. Whoo! All right. So I almost feel as if this is showing you as being and having been pretty closed off. Four of Pentacles, right? No, nobody's cracking. You're not going to get into my heart with a simple message of love or apology. No pages need apply. Is almost how. I mean, just look at her. She seems like she's completely fine, sailing solo there. Walls up, guarded energy. This message of love or apology coming in, and feminine's not really receiving it. Not really receiving it. And I feel as if this page of this Knight of Pentacles underneath is sort of suggesting that you're saying, I'll believe it when I see it, right? Like make it appear, show up. The Knight of Pentacles moves slow and is deliberate, intentional, not real, passionate like the Knight of Knight of Wands, I'm sorry, and certainly not as romantic as the Knight of Cups. So this is more about solid, steady, dependable, right? Responsible, reliable, practical, somebody coming toward me with a plan. And I feel like somebody came in here and possibly made a gesture. It might have been sweet and genuine, but to this feminine, it wasn't what you were looking for. So I'm seeing the guarded energy here. And I'm feeling that this kind of did a little number on the Divine Masculine. Well, here, Divine Masculine, right? I took charge. I did the thing. I got pushed back. Right? I did the thing. I made the gesture, and now I'm going to sit in my fears. I do feel that I'm looking at, so you got to kind of take ownership here, feminine, at a feminine who basically shut down or pushed back, right? Not a total out-and-out rejection, but put some definite space for a gesture that was not as evolved as you wanted. And what happens is, because this is a Divine Masculine who's kind of new in this realm, kind of felt like they got their hands slapped, right? So they got some regret about it. I did the thing, I took control, I stepped up, and I got bitch slapped, for lack of a better word. Conflict, arguments, not seeing things on the on the same wavelength, and hence we have the moon. So it kind of maybe confirmed other fears and insecurities that they held, and it's learned behavior. If you make a gesture and a person rejects it, shoots it down, then you kind of are afraid to touch the iron again, if you see where I'm going here. I do feel like this person is trying, but it's a new experience. It's a new experience. So this is part of why this is so difficult for them. Now we have you here, Ace of Swords. In this moment, now we've got the mirrored energy of the High Priestess. Beautiful Page of Wands. I get it now. I see clearly. Okay, so I got to kind of soften my edges a little bit. I love this. This is so perfect. I'm smiling because it's so perfect, right? Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. I get it. I see clearly now. Like, I get it. I understand. I'm going to sort of be more intuitive now when this person comes toward me with any messages that are a little more lighthearted or flirtatious or even sort of borderline player-esque. I mean, I'm just kind of I'm getting an image of a masculine here that's sort of like a newborn foal, like getting out their sea legs and trying to take baby steps. We have 3 pages here now. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. The only thing missing is Page of Swords, right? And that's their kind of I spy, trying to get a handle on what does this person really want. And here's the Queen of Cups underneath, reminding you to show up with some compassion. It's underneath, so it's not in your conscious awareness, but it's helping me see as the reader that on some level, deep down inside, you know, you have to soften up a little bit, right? Shift from Queen of Swords to Queen of Cups. Have a little compassion. High Priestess is where your Divine Masculine is right now. This is definitely, you're mirroring each other here. Tower. Strength. Wow. Two of your 3 oracle cards, well, all of them are here actually. So I do feel like this, I do kind of feel like your Divine Masculine here is afraid of a blow up. What is so difficult for them is, you know, this is a big life shift. They're learning new things. It's about, you know, releasing old belief systems, but it feels to me like the release is pretty dramatic. They're perceiving this all as probably very heavy and intense. They're trying to stay as and mirror your energy of strength. And underneath, it's all because they're so attracted. Queen of Wands, there's a lot of attraction here. They see you, Divine Feminine, as fully in your power. And on some level, they're trying to meet you in that space. And the intuition thing with the High Priestess, it's almost like they're gauging their every move, right? If I take this step, is the tower going to fall? They're living, I'm seeing that they're living in fear of this tower. Right? If I say the wrong thing, if I do the wrong thing, if I make a gesture and it's, you know, it's new for me and I mess up, right? The regrets card, 5 of Cups, is the whole ball of wax going to kind of explode. It's what I'm feeling. So I'm certainly not putting that on Divine Feminine. I'm saying that this is a dynamic that's going on for Divine Feminine that is more evolved at this moment than the Divine Masculine, not for lack of trying, not for lack of wanting something more in this connection, but for having tried and failed, and then tried and then failed. And could be with you, right? This could be a cyclical thing, a pattern. But it could be in a past connection as well. I feel like that's coming through pretty strong. This is somebody who's really working hard to avoid drama, trauma, tragedy, to say stay strong. There's an attraction here they're not ready to let go of. I love that you both have the High Priestess here, and that I'm starting to see the softening of the edges with the Queen of Cups. 10 of Cups for you, Divine Feminine. There's more transformation, right? Okay. I feel like you're sort of in this phase of, I know what I want. I've done my work. I've made changes. The Death card in this situation represents your own transformation, but also an awareness that if you want this kind of a love, you may have to go it alone for a while. Right? Because something needs to change in this connection. There's something that's not sustainable. Tower. So we've got transformation twice, but coming from 2 different points of view. And then the 9 of Pentacles is representing your independence, your autonomy. Yes, being single, meaning you're not out there playing the field. This is the connection you want, but you have to focus on yourself. And I do feel like this is part of the new way of being for you. And underneath we have the 6 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is certainly, you're calling in the past life soulmate. I mean, you're calling that in. But part of the problem here is that there is something that's not sustainable. We're getting it in the Oracle. And so you understand that you sort of need to kind of be on your own. As you're waiting for the changes that need to be made for you to not necessarily manifest, but be available for the type of love you want. Whoo! Knight of Cups for your Divine Masculine. Wow. I love the Ace of Wands here. So, lots of passion, lots of love, and an awareness of the fatedness of this connection. So, while they may be one step forward, two steps back right now, and we're looking at what's difficult for them, is they're not at the same level of enlightenment as you are. And they're learning and they're trying. But then they get their fingers slapped and they kind of, retreat. And I feel like on some level, this divine masculine knows it's all going to roll out in divine time. They want to move toward love. They'll do it when the time is right. They're gauging intuitively. This is a twin flame dynamic. They're very aware of that. This is beginning of life partnership. It's joyful. It's celebratory in nature. And underneath what's driving them, even in their subconscious psyche, is wow. I'm being given this gift of divine inspiration. They are inspired by you, feminine, and they are wanting this connection, but on some level, they know it's unfolding as is intended. Like, they can't make themselves be a certain thing before their process has unfolded, before their awakening is complete. We're all kind of in a different level of awakening. There's, no such thing as arriving at awakening. It's a process. And I feel like this person is full of romance, but they're falling short for you, feminine, in terms of stability, right? Something that stays and is grounded and reliable. All the sweet nothings and the romance and the flowers is nice, but it's not floating your proverbial Queen of Swords boat right now. That's what's coming through. What I'd like to do in the extended, if this is speaking to your particular storyline, I know it is a general reading for the collective of divine feminines, therefore it may not have resonated with many of you, but for those who it does speak to, and you're like, yep, that's kind of what's going on. I'm going to go through Aries through Pisces in the extended, and I'm just going to look at your divine masculine, okay? And we're just going to look at one sign after the next. I'll just go in order. The timestamps will be in the description box at the point of purchase. You'll need to copy and paste it. But I'm going to look at, for Aries, what's Aries showing up as? What are they struggling with? Why is this hard for them? And what's the potential outcome? Okay, so I'm going to look at that for each sign. Aries through Pisces, let's do Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That way you can go through a couple different signs to get messages that may speak to you more personally. Okay? All right, dear feminines, thanks for joining me. The link to the extended is below. Let me know what you think of the reading. If you'd like more, if you've got other questions, try to keep them general so everybody can benefit from these sessions. Here's who showed up, just in case you're wondering. We have Libra. We have Pisces, we have Scorpio, we have Aries, we have more Pisces, we have more Pisces, we have more Aries, Leo here, Sagittarius. I'm going to stick with those, and we had Leo and Aries in the Oracle come through as well. Okay, so if any of those signs are what you're dealing with, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, that's kind of just added confirmation. Doesn't matter though. So look forward to seeing you in the extended. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye, guys.